Total War has had such a long and interesting history filled with great games, good games, and some that just weren't ready at launch. Now, there are a few that are overlooked or underrated that deserve to be shown some love. There are two in particular that I would say are my pick for being the most underrated. I would suggest for all of you guys to check out these if you haven't already, or maybe just walk away with a newfound appreciation for them. Now, I've never played this game till recently, and although it has some faults, it is an interesting representation of an early Japanese period. If you couldn't tell, I for one find early Asian history extremely fascinating, so this era really grabs me. Playing through the rise of the samurai and playing with their families makes for a very Game of Thrones styled experience. Each clan seems to have more bonuses and perks than the original Shogun 2. Although this seems more of a way to differentiate what would be almost identical looking factions. Among the perks, the agent names and available technologies allow for a unique immersive experience. Now, there are faults, but they reside more in Shogun 2's design than in the expansion itself. My main gripe is with the lack of high-tier units. I prefer to gain advanced technologies and recruit some expensive high-tier warriors to beef up my army. I even like to have one army exclusively made up of advanced units as my main force, the force that heads off into combat first. Since this isn't the case, the AI seems to be free to spam as many levy armies as they can. Although this isn't as bad as, say, Warhammer, where Chaos Warriors spam high-tier armies when I can barely have two high-tier units to rub together. The aggravation isn't as bad as in other Total War games where factions spawn low-tier armies because that's essentially all you have access to. This game's time period and the fact that you can build forts and castles on top of villages makes this one you should try at least once. Now, my second choice is more played but less ranked on players' list of their favorite Total War games. Total War Attila had the monumental task of vindicating Rome 2, and in my opinion, I think it did just that. We had the glorious return of the family tree, a more advanced period, and even the inclusion of fire and civilians that really pushed the game into the realm of realism. The stains of Rome 2 were hard to wash, and the final version of the game helped pave the way for Attila's reception. Getting fair reviews, but unfortunately with the company still doing the pre-order bonus thing, some of the sworn fan base couldn't look past that at how much of an improvement Attila really was. And then with the announcement and release of Warhammer, Attila sort of got forgotten in the noise of orcs and Chaos Spawn. Although, whenever I need a break from these orcs, I do inevitably end up at Attila's door, ready to take on the Huns with whatever amazing new mod is out that week. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what game you think is the most underrated Total War game, and let's see if we can get over 100 likes for this video. This is Jetzu signing off.